Simon Phillips, you just won the Super Gold Rumble.
Yeah, I just won the Super Gold Rumble. What you want to talk about now? You want to talk about how I've done every single thing I said I was going to do? Huh? You want to talk about how Christian Blake's championship run has been underwhelming and mediocre? Huh? You want to talk about how Simon Phillips is the only man in this locker room who's not a meat-riding, boot-licking, politicking son of a bitch? Huh? We can talk about all that, and we're going to get to all that in the coming weeks. But tonight was dedicated to my brother, who 2 months ago was tragically and brutally murdered in the streets of Baton Rouge. And I think about it all the time, and I'm sad, and I'm hurt, but most of all, I'm pissed off. So now everybody has to feel my pain. I'm at everybody's neck. Christian Blake, you can hold that title hostage for now, but eventually the cream's gonna rise. Eventually, I will be 225 heavyweight champion.
So you can lay down or get put down.
History was made just a week ago on Unleashed as Simon Phillips won the 10th ever Super Gold Rumble. And tonight, the bases are loaded from the LM Lockhart Gym in Denham Springs, Louisiana. I'm Spencer Hunt alongside Landon Corbin, and we want to welcome you to Unleashed. Simon Phillips obviously has a lot to say, and we're going to hear more from the new #1 contender for the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship as we kick off Unleashed tonight with a Super Gold Summit.
It was a volatile situation for sure at the end of Super Gold. How in the world is our general manager, Brady and Landry, going to keep these two men apart during this Super Gold Summit? But also tonight, our heavyweight champion is in action in our main event. And it's tag team turmoil as the Pillar defends the Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Championships. Let's get into it. Let's get Unleashed.
After the biggest event in Pro Wrestling 225 history, it only makes sense that we start bases loaded tonight with a Super Gold Summit, Landon.
Man, I'll tell you something. Brett Ian Landry is going to be a man with a lot on his mind tonight. I can't wait to see what's about to happen. I mean, after what we saw went down at Super Gold, talk about combustible elements to kick us off here at Bases Loaded.
And notice, Landon, he didn't come alone. He's got all of our officials in Pro Wrestling 225 here as well.
Good afternoon. Thank you guys so much for coming out here tonight to Bases Loaded, or this afternoon to Bases Loaded. How are we feeling, everybody? Good. Look, we got some business to attend to, and you may see that I've got referees out here at ringside. I know for those of you that may have attended Super Gold last month, that things got a little out of hand at the end of the show. So I would like to make sure that does not happen again in the best interest of not only tonight, but also our main event coming up next month, April, Friday night in Houma. We will have a Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship match featuring the two men that I'm going to invite down to the ring at this time. I should mention, not only do I have the referees here to make sure that everything is held together, but I do have to say, if there is any physical contact, I am going to have to levy fines. I don't want to do that but it is something that I have to do to try my best to keep order here. So let's get on with our Super Gold Summit, Denham Springs. The first person that I'm going to introduce here is the winner of the 2026 Super Gold Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Simon Phillips.
Well, here comes the winner of the Super Gold Rumble.
Spencer, and you heard the visceral reaction from the Pro Wrestling 225 family. And I mean, you saw his reaction after winning the Pro Wrestling 225 Super Gold Rumble. This man, look, he deserves his flowers. He earned that victory, but things got out of hand just a few weeks ago at Super Gold.
You're telling me the man laid his hands on me, ripped my shirt for no reason. I didn't say anything except he was the winner, right? Except he earned his victory. And he still wanted to put his hands on me and then put his hands on the heavyweight champion.
He feels like he deserves the world. He feels like this is exactly where he is meant to be, and everybody else should just fall in line, Spencer.
And the mood that he's been in lately, if they don't fall in line, Simon Phillips is going to put them in line.
Man's a powder keg.
And the next participant in this summit is your Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Champion, ladies and gentlemen, the Game Changer, Xtian Blake.
In a lot of ways, Super Gold is the story of the Game Changer Xtian Blake, and up until the Rumble, that remains to be the case. Just a couple of weeks ago, Xtian Blake in incredible victory over #1 contender PJ Hawks in the PW Hall in Gonzales, Louisiana. But after Simon Phillips won the Super Gold Rumble, the story became about not just Xtian Blake and his heavyweight championship, but about what Simon Phillips was willing to do to take that title away from the franchise of Pro Wrestling 225.
I know we're here to talk about the fallout from Super Gold, but I gotta tell you, I'm a little bit nervous sitting this close to this combustible situation, Spencer.
I normally say we have the best seat in the house, Layman, but you're absolutely right. If it were up to me, we'd be a couple miles down the road.
Let's go right to the shit. When I talk, you shut your fat ass up. You understand me?
Colorful language.
Before I say everything I want to say, I want to get off my chest. But before I get to that, I actually want to thank you, Xtian. I want to thank you for 10 years of Pro Wrestling 225. For 10 years, you held it down here. For 10 years, you've been the face of Pro Wrestling 225. They call you the franchise of Pro Wrestling 225. You have taken this place to heights that a lot of these people never thought was possible. You have taken it as far as your short arms can reach. And that's where I step in. Because we're witnessing a transition right now. Pro Wrestling 225 is destined for heights that Xtian Blake can't take it.
You can't take it.
And you can't take that championship to the places I can take that championship. And it's really because Xtian doesn't care like I care. If Xtian Blake cared about this place, then his buddy would have started this show early so that we can hurry up, get him and his boys out of here so they can run down the road and play around with a lesser brain. And speaking of you, Brett, right in front of your eyes, you are witnessing the rise of a generational superstar. But your head is stuck so far up his ass that you can't see that. And it don't stop there, huh? No, I think President Jordy's doing a lot of Xtian Blake ass kicking as well. And you wonder why I do the things I do. Why I rip Spencer's shirt off his back. Why I kick Red Shoes in his nuts. You wonder why I do those things, and it's because I've waited long enough, so now you are witnessing a hostile takeover. Who's this guy?
Simon, I'm disappointed in you. Because I did not think that you would go the same route that I've been hearing for the past 10 months. All this gaslighting about favoritism, getting all these opportunities over everybody else. But I'm gonna get to that. Yeah, because there's one thing I want to get off my chest. And it's the night in question at Super Bowl. I came out, raised the championship, acknowledged the toast of the coast. Congratulations, you earned the championship match. And I know there was a lot at stake for that. What you were fighting for in that. Hell, you had a banged up knee after that triple threat. Now, I don't know the way you handled the win with the cheap shot and the brass nuts to Vladimir Koloff. And maybe that's karma for Vladimir. But then I go to the back. And there's more commotion going on. There's referees getting beat down. Then you had the nerve to take it out on the soul of Pro Wrestling 225. The men and women that makes us larger than life. Every single Friday on Unleashed. You went to business for yourself. And you think I came out here to defend him? Hell no. I came for them. You embarrassed the company because they had a great host that was here for that event. Then you slapped me. And for over a year, I've been wanting the respect of everyone in the locker room, in front of all these people. But when that slap happened, Simon, The respect is out the door. Because I'm tired of being nice. You want to say that I held this championship, this company hostage? You think you're the next thing coming? Hell no! You think you're better than me? Hell no! You think because you're young, you're better than me? You think because Gabby invites you to the barbecues now, you're better than me? You think you're better than me? Because you sip on Kool-Aid tagged with another brand down the road that think they're the all and be all of Louisiana pro wrestling. And you can go ahead and try to edit that out. PJ Hawk saw the lights. And Daddy, he can come on deck next. I'm tired of being nice. But I come in day and day out and give my all. I earned this championship. Not because I had the best feud of the year. It's because I won the best feud of the year. I'm waiting. Time is ticking. I've been waiting for anyone in the back to fill these shoes. And until then, I'm still going to be the game changer. I'm still going to be the franchise, the Cajun of strong style. And still, Pro Wrestling 225 heavyweight champion. And if you're feeling froggy like last month, you got another thing coming. Because I will skull drag your Shia LaBeouf looking ass from Denham Springs to Albany.
There was someone that was not part of the equation at Super Gold 10 that is very much a part of the conversation tonight. The Asian Cajun Jordan Ja set to take on Simon Phillips later on at Bases Loaded. But you have to imagine he has a whole lot to say about what's going on between these two men in our Super Gold Summit.
Oh no, they're ganging up on me. They're proving my point. They're proving my point.
Short and sweet.
Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, Simon. I already told you congratulations for Super Bowl, and I don't like you enough to tell you twice, buddy. But here's the deal. Yeah, you gotta worry about him next month. But you have to worry about me tonight. And see, here's where I was thinking, Simon. You know, Christian Blake, he's been starving. He's been hungry for competition, man. And me? Hell, Brett knows. Christian knows. You know. I've been doing everything I can to climb up that 225 ladder again. But wait, hold on, y'all. It's got me thinking. You're the #1 contender. If I beat you tonight, what does that make me? You know what I was thinking, Simon? You said he can only carry this company as far as his short arms can. Let's see how far you can carry this company with them short, things you have down there. Tonight, if I beat you, I don't want your #1 contender shot. You can have it, man, you earned it. But what I will do is in April, gonna skip the line, and I'm gonna come after you.
Wait a minute.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at the politicking right in front of you people's eyes. They're trying to force a match between these two. Look at it. They're proving my point. It's exactly what I said. When are y'all gonna realize that I'm not waiting any longer? When are y'all gonna realize that Simon Phillips is about that dope shit? Huh? If you think you can skip the line, you can think it all you want, but tonight, I'm gonna drop you on your freaking head. I don't care. Add any stipulation you want to add. I will drop him on his head, and I'm coming for the 225 heavyweight championship next month.
Any stipulation? Okay, fine. Any stipulation? Well, I like that idea, Jordan. Simon Phillips versus Jordan John tonight, and Simon, if Jordan beats you, he skips the line. And he'll get a shot at the Pro Wrestling 225 Heavyweight Championship, and you can face the winner.
It's all about love, man. You know what it's about? It's about competition.
We thought the stakes were high at Super Gold. Look at this stare down, Landon. Everything Simon Phillips is saying about being at the front of the line is being challenged and put on the line tonight, according to our general manager.
How much is the fines? How much is the fines? We need to bring that up. It's the maximum. It's the league maximum.
Oh
My God.
The champion returns the favor to Phillips and slaps the taste out of his mouth. God.
The game just changed in Pro Wrestling 225 as it relates to the heavyweight championship.
I'm not sure that these officials are enough to keep these men separated.
One thing is clear. After Super Gold, tensions are at an all-time high in Pro Wrestling 225. As we saw just a few weeks ago with Hunter Law trying to defend the Movement Wrestling Championship, he had every intention, Spencer, that his Big Ramp Enterprise brethren would be at ringside, but Wild Thing, nowhere to be found.
And we saw what happened in the Super Gold Rumble between Wild Thing, Gil Gracie, and Hunter Law. But ahead of Tag Team Turmoil tonight on Unleashed, we want to take you back to Hunter Law and Big Ramp having a conversation before the Super Gold Rumble just a few weeks ago.
Ramp, what's going on? You told me he was going to be out there tonight. I don't know where Wild Thing is. I'm sure he's going to appear when it's time to go into the Rumble, but he needs to be there for me, man.
Yeah, man. Bro, I'm going to talk to him, bro, but he got to understand that this is a team. He's a team player. He come from organized sports. I'm going to talk to him. First. Well,
talk to him. You're supposed to talk to him earlier.
But you know, he be in his trailer and stuff, man. But I'm gonna talk to him.
You know I went in hurt. I needed him, and I can't count on him. I'm so sick of this.
What? What, Mike?
You put me in number 3 over there in the Rumble, and now you changed the show. It's supposed to be at 6 o'clock.
Mike, I moved the show up. You drew number 3. Just stop. I don't care. Stop bitching. You're going to have to figure it out then. You're going to have to figure it out then. Get your boys on the same page. Get your boys on the same page. It's an afternoon show, Mike. It's a matinee, idiot.
No. I told him 6 o'clock.
That's your fault. You told him 6 o'clock. I moved it to 2. You told him 6 o'clock. Shane doesn't even wrestle.
Why can't read?
Yeah, read the poster, man. I rescheduled it. You knew I rescheduled it. Apparently not. You shouldn't even be in a tag team title match. You shouldn't even be in a tag. You should be lucky that you're in a tag team title match, Mike.
The end of the show.
No, it's happening literally right now. Like literally right now. Like right this second. Get on the apron. Mike. Get on the ring apron. Get on the ring apron. Mike.
Well,
and introducing second representing Ram Enterprises,
well, we are joined on commentary for Tag Team Turmoil with General Manager Brett Ian Landry, whose plate is already as full as I can think it could be.
Hi, gentlemen. How are you this evening or afternoon?
What is going on here?
So, Mike White is upset that we have a matinee show today as opposed to our typical evening time, and apparently his cohorts in the Cajun Outlaws, Brett the Threat, they're not here. The Cajun Outlaws are not here. So I guess Mike White is upset. Clearly, as we also know, it looks like Big Ramp is here, but the other members of Big Ramp Enterprises are not.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what happened during the Super Gold Rumble, how frustrated Hunter Law was after that, and it looks like Hunter Law nowhere to be seen as well.
Some issues there, especially after the miscommunication that we saw, if you want to put it lightly.
We'll leave it to Michael White, who's getting a tag team championship opportunity tonight, by the way, to mess it up and complain about it.
Not true. That's not true. It's not. Will you get off the 6 o'clock thing? Will you leave the 6 o'clock thing alone? If you keep it up, we're gonna have to release Reed and White merchandise.
That's good. I do want to take some attention to actually what's happening in the ring. We do have a tag team championship match coming up, and we have a Disobey team, JTM and Brandon Collins, who haven't seen together in what seems like forever, and they're the only complete team we have so far, Brett.
That is true. This is a reunion of Disobey, which they have not been together in quite some time. JTM and Brandon Collins back together again, former Pro Wrestling 5 tag team champions, and here come the current champions. You're inviting it. You're inviting it.
the all-in-one Chase Miles. They are your Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Champions,
The Pillar, champions of Faction Warfare, and were able to successfully defend the Tag Team Championships against the new and improved Killjoys at Super Gold 10, and they are here tonight at Bases Loaded
feeding chickens, touching tips, and looking to retain the gold once again.
Nothing like some good old chicken tips with the pillar. Nothing like touching feeds.
Good swing, good swing.
With the pillar. Nice.
I forgot how good you were on commentary, Brett. Welcome back.
Me too.
Man, the Pillar have a tall task ahead of them tonight. They're defending their gold with multiple teams. That ring is about to be full up, and this is a tornado tag.
It is.
Well, the good news for them is that it looks like it's against less people than we expected. Paddock.
I don't like little Debbie.
That's not true.
The man's a liar.
Love them.
The man's a liar. What are we talking about?
He prefers large Debbies.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Smells just like a honey bun.
Oh man, that would give me a headache if it was lit in my home.
It's giving me one right now.
I don't know what to tell you, Mike. I've said it before.
It looks like the Pillar is ready. It looks like Disobey is ready. And it looks like Wild Thing's ready to go at it alone. But Michael White has no interest. Certainly an interesting situation here. Two of the teams are down to only one member. All of these men are about to tie it up. Hold on. Might get some clarity here from our general manager.
Look, we got a match to get to. I'm sorry that your partners are not here for whatever reason, but this is a tag team championship match. So either you two are going to team, or you got to get out of here. Team? Yeah, either team up and do something with this situation, or you got to forfeit. I'm sorry, but let's get on with it, okay?
What's your cash out?
Tag team championship match. You got to have tag team.
I'm gonna pay you off. You can go if you want to.
You have to imagine.
You want to forfeit?
He good.
You want to forfeit?
What?
You did what?
I gave him off. Right, go ahead. Hey, look. Hey, since I gave him off. Whoa, on all streaming platforms. Thank you. Bring it down. Go ahead.
Am I understanding this correctly? Michael White and Wild Thing will be participating as a unit.
Look, we've got a show to get to. I've already got enough stuff going on. I clearly read the thread is not here, and nobody in Big Ram Enterprises is here. And oh my God, what do you want?
Well, this tag team championship match is underway. You have to imagine it would be a cold day in hell before Wild Thing and Michael White team together. And so technically, I guess they're together in this matchup, but you see Michael White's not willing to help Wild Thing at all in the early going of this thing. And I gotta say, that's all the better for the Pillar, guys.
They could have forfeited. I mean, I gave them the option. They could have walked away, but clearly they both won championship.
Wild Thing's not gonna give up. He's taking it to him right now. But I mean, the numbers game obviously gonna be a huge issue for Wild Thing. Well, and that's the advantage. Tag team action there from the Pillar, who are only getting better. And now here comes Michael White, now that the Pillar's backs are turned, and Wild Thing is on the outside. Michael White stomping away now.
Mike White always does his best work from behind. I can't believe that he's coming on top of these guys like this. He just keeps coming at them, and it won't stop. But he can only do it if they're not looking. You can't make eye contact with these guys.
Yep, eye contact happened, and now he's eating it from all sides. Michael White going limp now. And there he goes. Michael White might have just been eliminated from the equation here, and now tornado tag rules, guys.
That's right.
No tags, and we're just brawling away, and you know nobody loves a brawl more than Disobey. We know the history between JTM and Alex Craddock, the wars they've had over the past several months.
That is true.
Up and over go the Pillar, and look at that, a double hip toss, taking down one of our, I guess, two pairs of challengers.
Yeah, Brandon Collins also, I've been on the receiving end of some of those shots. He's deceptively strong. He's very sinewy. There's a lot of snapback in those punches. And he's been on a tear after becoming unsilenced, as it were. Interesting to see them back together with JTM now.
It looks like they haven't missed a beat. Disobey showing off why they're former Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Champions.
We've seen this, but it's been such a long time. JTM's got Miles, but Braddock makes the save there and pulls JTM to the outside. Brandon Collins ducks under. Here we go, Hurricane sending Miles across. Meanwhile, JTM just got backdropped on the apron, and Braddock gets sent into the ring post.
So much chaotic energy here in this match, which is exactly what we should expect from Tag Team Turmoil.
The exploder suplex into the turnbuckle, and here comes one half of the Tag Team Champions. Nobody home. Collins goes low now. Only 2 men in the ring. This match does have to be one in the ring.
Caught him square in the temple. Did Risen Brandon Collins, and now he might be looking for that Risen 5-star.
Tip of the toe in the temple is commentary. Warm-up.
Collins not able to connect with that 5-star or the back-to-back lariat attempt and a double cross-body.
Both men thinking the same thing. Now both men down, and wait a minute,
Michael White picking up the pieces. I'm still having a hard time unscrambling my brain here. You mean to tell me if Michael White gets a pinfall on one of these men that he's tag team champions with Wild Thing?
That is what has happened here this afternoon, yes.
Oh my God!
A DDT from the middle rope.
Like I said, I gave them the chance to walk away, but they didn't, so that's where we find ourselves. Also, I think it should be touched on that Ramp has decided to wear Mike White's flag jacket, although Ramp is representing Wild Thing in this match. That seems pretty interesting to me.
Yeah, I'm having some serious cognitive dissonance. We are in the building where Wild Thing ended the reign of Michael White as our general manager, and now you're telling me in the same building these two men are I mean, I can't really say they're on the same page.
Watch out, right in front of us.
Oh my God.
JTM, the target on Alex Braddock right now, while Michael White kind of taking care of business on his own. And as much as we hate the guy, he is the cockroach that will not die. But he had an incredible night at Super Gold, the Iron Man of the Rumble, even if half of it was spent taking a nap on the apron.
If you were to force me to give Michael White a compliment, I would say that he knows exactly when and where to pick his spots. He is very calculated, but some may argue that that calculation comes from the line of the game.
Oh man, JTM gets thrown all the way across the stage here, and
double suplex. And Brett, you were talking about calculated moves. Wild Thing was there in the corner, just kind of waiting for his shot. And I don't think he's trying to help Michael White, but he is trying to help himself.
Well, I mean, if you're in a match, you're going to try and win. I don't know if they're really thinking about this partnership right now, but, well, I guess we'll cross that bridge if we come to it.
And on the outside, Braddock tossed across the stage as well. Meanwhile, Wild Thing gets met at the top rope with an enziguri and then a European uppercut there. And now it looks like, I mean, Miles and Collins certainly are no tag team together, but working in tandem here.
Didn't have this on my bingo card.
Sometimes when the situation calls for it. Wait.
Here comes Michael White, more than happy to deliver some punishment to Wild Thing. And down go all 4 men.
Wasn't that his partner?
He couldn't care less.
Exactly.
JTM on the other side.
Oh my God!
Power bombing Alex Braddock onto the stage. My God!
Knock some of those tattoos off. God, I hope he'll be okay.
I mean, Alex Braddock's insides just got scrambled.
JTM looking to take advantage as we've got a 2-on-1 situation here with Disobey versus Jace Miles.
Anyway, we could use that candle as salt. Wake him up.
Give him 10 seconds. We'll try it. But Miles.
How's he fired, Jace Miles?
Taking care of the pillar on his own, trying to prove why they are the gold standard. But wait. Kneeling to the cross. And there goes Brandon Collins.
This could be it.
Are we about to see new tag team champions?
Are you okay?
The Risen
5-star, the cover for Disobey to win the gold. You've got to be kidding me.
Mike.
That's one way to bring up the count.
Oh my God! A chair off the skull. Ramp had George Strong distracted. It doesn't matter. It's tag team turmoil, no disqualification. You don't have to like it, but it's legal as a headlock.
That was cool. That sounded sick.
It sounded like a gunshot just went off, and oh my God!
A wild style to Brandon Collins. And the cover. But Braddock at the very last moment.
I can't believe he's awake.
How in the hell did he get here?
Somehow, some way, the Pillar is still alive.
Pillar winning the tag team championship in the huge faction warfare match at the end of 2025.
It looked like White was about to use that chair on Wild Thing. Instead, yeah, that was pretty.
Use it on himself.
Use it on himself.
Braddock tasted that wild style before, had the counter this time.
Where did Braddock find this sort of second wind?
He hits this, it's all over.
Fired up.
Wild Thing ducks the hidden blade, and a wild style. Braddock's down in the center of the ring. Cover, 2.
What? Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God. Did they?
And your new Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Champions.
No.
The team of
No, don't say it.
Michael White.
What?
Oh.
Hell has frozen over. You better look out those windows because pigs are flying.
Wild Thing. This is not exactly how Wild Thing wanted to win the Pro Wrestling 225 Tag Team Championships.
Wild Thing trying to make a claim that he just won the championships for BRE.
I don't.
Whoa, let's go, man. Whoa, it ain't hard ass out cold. Oh, we don't argue the platforms. Whoa, me and Michael White, tag team champs, BRE won the world.
What the hell just happened?
Tag team turmoil, should have answered the phone.
Big Ramp telling Brett and Landry that this whole thing could have been avoided, but I don't see how it wasn't Brett's fault that neither Michael White nor Wild Thing had tag team partners tonight. And are you telling me right now that the Pillar just lost their championship to the team of Wild Thing and Michael White?
I'm sorry. Thank you for having me. I gotta go figure this out.
Well, thank you, Brett, for joining us. Pleasure as always. Surely seems like you have your hands full. Let's send it backstage now to Gabby Davis.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling 225. I'm Gabby Davis, and I'm here with a special new addition to the promotion, Hunter Hendrix. Welcome. You are set to take on the 225 heavyweight champion, Christian Blake. What are your plans to take him on?
First off, it's nice to meet you. And second of all, it's about damn time that I landed in Louisiana for Pro Wrestling 225. And I said I was going to make some waves as soon as I walked through the door. And it seems like that's already happening because Christian Blake, the 225 heavyweight champion, Cajun Strong style, it seems that we find ourselves in the ring together tonight. And you know what? I know I'm going to beat you tonight because you're not the prodigy. I'm the prodigy. And the waves that I plan on making in 225 is just unmatched. So Christian Blake, all prodigy, no apology.
Well, you heard it here. Hunter Hendrix is fired up, and that crowd is too. Back to you guys at ringside.
It is main event time on Unleashed. This night's already been wild as hell.
time to find out, baby.
Prodigy, Hunter Hendrix.
All prodigy, no apology. Landon, I know you had an opportunity. We both saw Gabby Davis speaking with Hunter Hendrix prior to this matchup. What do you make of Hunter Hendrix in his debut tonight on Unleashed?
Listen, it's not every day that you walk into a company and in your debut match, you get an opportunity to wrestle the heavyweight champion. I did have a chance to see Hunter Hendrix backstage before this show started. This man is game. He is ready to go in there and tie it up with Christian Blake. He's been waiting for his opportunity to wrestle right here in Pro Wrestling 225, and that man plans to make the most of it.
It has been 224 days for Christian Blake as our Pro Wrestling 225 heavyweight champion. In those 224 days, we know that Christian Blake is a man of high emotions, but it's hard to remember a time that he was as fired up as he is right now after what we saw at the end of Super Gold 10 and what we saw at the beginning of tonight's episode of Unleashed in our Super Gold Summit. Landon, how would you describe the mood from the Game Changer?
Let me tell you something. We know Christian Blake can be an emotional man. He is looking for a fight. That's been his whole mantra for the past several months. If there were ever a night where I didn't want my literal job and my paycheck to be on the line because my job is to fight Christian Blake, it would not be tonight. And a fight we're about to get, Spencer.
You have to imagine Christian Blake feels pretty good about the money that he spent in that slap to Simon Phillips at the end of the Super Gold Summit. But as we get set here for singles action, remember this is a non-title matchup. Christian Blake one-on-one with Hunter Hendrix. The other thing we have to be thinking about, Landon, is Christian Blake looking ahead and also considering the possibility that he may be facing Jordan Ja, his overboy brother.
A lot in his mind right now, but right now he's got to pay attention to Hunter Hendrix, looking to make a statement in his Pro Wrestling 225 debut.
Well, and Hunter Hendrix, you talk about not having the right timing tonight because of the mood that Christian is in, but perhaps it's actually a good thing for Hunter Hendrix. There's a lot on the mind of Christian Blake, and if Hunter Hendrix can sort of take advantage of a distracted heavyweight champion, you could be seeing Hunter Hendrix, all prodigy, no apology, and a winner over the heavyweight champion tonight. We'll see.
He's got every opportunity to do it. This kid is highly impressive. We'll see if he has a winning combination.
Oh my God! He whipped Blake across into the corner, who explodes in response with a clothesline, and here he comes. A huge forearm introducing Hendrix to Cajun Strong style. Careful. Ooh. Kick right to the back there. Oh, and to the side of the head. Welcome to Pro Wrestling 225, Hunter Hendrix. Covered by the champion on Hendrix, a kick out at one. But you said it about Hunter Hendrix, right? He is impressive. He has not ever been in Pro Wrestling 225 before, but as a 21-year-old man, he's been wrestling since he was 13. He's got a lot more experience than his age shows. Is he ready for the big one tonight against Christian Blake? We'll see how he responds in the early going.
The reason the man's called the Prodigy, but he's got a lot to prove here in Pro Wrestling 225, and every opportunity to do it against Christian Blake. He's trying to stand up there to Cajun Strong style, and well, Maybe taking a couple of shortcuts along the way.
I don't think trading blows with Christian Blake is ever a good idea. Discus lariat from Hunter Hendrix.
Pretty impressive, taking the champion by surprise.
You know, not exactly the game plan I would have with the thumb to the eye, but you can't argue with the results.
You're exactly right. And now, trying to keep the momentum in his favor is Hendrix. And look, the man said it. He's no apologies.
Ooh.
Look at that knee.
Huge knee straight to the side of the head. He did say just now to our official DJ Petrie that he was turning over a new leaf. I think it's going to last all of maybe 3 or 4 seconds.
Well, he just turned it again.
Bro, that's what people don't remember about turning over new leaves, is that you can keep turning. Hendrix, look at the speed, picking it up, going for a splash in the corner. The heavyweight champion gets out of the way.
Oh!
And how about that? He may have just knocked Hendrix out.
A knee for a knee. Hendrix, out or not, is up in the fireman's carry. Shake out of this here. Does Hendrix? He does so. Prodigy pushes him off.
Up and over. Hendrix landing on the apron. Ooh, but eats a forearm from Christian Blake. Wobbly legs there. Ooh, but using that bottom rope to get all the way up there to the face of Christian Blake. And here comes Hunter Hendrix. That rolling European uppercut there. Impressive work. And the cover on Christian Blake for the win. It's going to take a little bit more to put the franchise down.
Spencer, I'm very really surprised at how comfortable Hendrix seems in that ring. He's been using every inch of that ring to his advantage. You saw him use that bottom rope there to get back in. This is the kind of things that it usually takes years of experience for folks to...
Well, that's just it. He's got him, right? He absolutely has him. He is so much more experienced than his youth shows. You don't step up to the heavyweight champion of Pro Wrestling 225 without that experience. As you can see now, that tight grip under the chin of Christian Blake. You can hear the Pro Wrestling 225 family trying to will the champion back into it. Christian Blake has a lot to look forward to ahead on the schedule, but he can't look past what's in front of him tonight. All it takes is one good shot to bring Christian Blake back into it, and it looks like Hendrix delivered, and the blows continue to trade here at Bases Loaded.
That was a good shot. Ooh. I don't know, Christian Blake knows what a bad shot is. One to the midsection, how about a knee?
Oh!
That one went out the park.
And the German suplex, keeping the shoulders down of Hendrix, and a kick out at 2.
Christian hanging onto that waist lock. Might be looking to do some more damage or to take the breath out of Hunter Hendrix.
This is how Christian Blake likes to test people. How do you bounce back after I punch you in the face? He's got Hendrix up. Possibly going for that Ushigoroshi that we've seen before, but Hendrix looks like he raked the eyes to get out of it, and here he comes off the rope. Blake ducks under the clothesline, delivers one of his own. And here he comes again, a second one to Hendrix. Picking up the pace, going for that blade barrage, but misses it. That was a headbutt from Hunter Hendrix. God! And the spine buster, turning the champion into the mat below, and nearly got the pinfall on Christian Blake.
Absolutely thunderous and a very wise strategy from Hunter Hendrix. Show the champion something you haven't shown him prior to this point. Lifts him up with the power game. I don't think Blake was expecting that.
Absolutely not. All prodigy, no apology, certainly deceptive strength. And you can see sort of the signs of war coming from Hendrix. Spit out a little bit of blood there, it looks like. But he's got the champion up in a full Nelson now. What's he looking to do here? Blake rolls out of it, ducks under, and there we go, the blade barrage takes Hendrix down. Oh, and the game over knee strike. Hunter Hendrix, thanks for coming. Christian Blake picks up the win at Bases Loaded. Christian Blake, who came out here in the Super Gold Summit earlier tonight and defended us, of all people, from the toast of the coast, Simon Phillips, turns his attention to Hunter Hendrix, picks up the win, and now you have to think he will be looking straight ahead to next week on Unleashed when Simon Phillips takes on Jordan Ja with Christian Blake's future on the line.